You ready to start? Are we going to start? Thank you.
Yay!
Thank you.
Well, good evening, everyone. Happy Good Friday. And I understand there's a tornado watch out, and many things have been canceling. But we have a very small group tonight. But you are the tenacious ones. So thank you for being here tonight, in spite of what's going on out here, because we are that calm center, aren't we? Yes. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. Well, we welcome you here on this Good Friday. And so let's just take a deep breath and officially begin our time together in prayer. So we breathe into this moment. Yeah. Let's take another breath, another deep exhale as we clear off the day. And so we just, by breathing deeply and consciously, we are just letting our body and our mind know that we are here to be fully available to this moment, to this time together. This is sacred time on this beautiful Good Friday. And so we just breathe into this moment, bringing our awareness to the moment, to the gift of being fully present, to this experience, to each other, to this sacred time. And for this sacred time and for this sacred space and for all the sacred beings in this room, we are so grateful. And so it is. Amen. So, you don't have to stand to do this. We're going to sing a song together. It's There's Only Love by Karen Drucker. So let's sing this song together. this place,
I
I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when it seems I've lost my way, I just go inside and quiet my mind, and I can hear my spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love.
The affirmation for this reading is, as I let go, I move forward knowing my true nature. I hold on to many things in my life, precious memories, treasures, talents, skills, beloved friends, and family. I cherish them all, for they have helped me become who I am today. I also value the many life experiences I have had that have broadened my perspective and called forth my growth. At the same time, I may hold on to ideas, experiences, and opinions that no longer serve me. Today, I am willing to give up resentments, worn-out attitudes, and painful memories that impede the expression of all that I am. I consciously surrender and release error thoughts and beliefs. I let go and know that I am enough. I am whole and I am worthy. I recognize that what has unfolded in my life has served me to know more fully my divine nature. My divine identity is the truth of me. It is the home I have never left. In this moment, in this place, I release and let go and move forward knowing my true nature. From Psalms 46, verse 10 and 11. Let go of your concerns, then you will know I am.
been a storm brewing inside of me, clouds moving round my heart. Something's changing that I can't see. I'm stuck in what I know is safe, not in where I'm supposed to be. I feel the call of something more. I feel the call of something I've never felt before. I feel the call of something more. I feel the call that's asking, what am I here for? 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 They say pain pushes to the vision pulls. Feels like my safety net falling down. I wish I had a map of where to go. I get this feeling in my soul. When I get there I will know. Feel the call of something more. Feel the call of something I've never felt before. I feel the call of something more. I feel the call and it's asking, what am I here for? 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 Make a move right now, though I don't know when or how. When I trust I know the truth, my heart will point the way. There's more to me to share, so today I do declare I'll take that step in faith and let my light shine, shine, shine. I feel the call of something more. I feel the call of something I've never felt before. I feel the call of something more. I feel the call to be someone I've never been before. I feel the call of something more. I feel that call that's asking, what am I here for? 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 Hey, yeah. Is it all about love? Is it all about love? Giving, receiving, just giving love, sweet love, just love, just love. What am I here for? What am I here for? What am I here for? Just love, just love, just love.
Well, this past Sunday, on Palm Sunday, we reflected on Jesus' journey. And if you were here, we talked about how Jesus had this amazing ability to be in the no longer and not yet. To let go of what had been, and to be in that kind of void place in between an ending and a beginning. And if you recall, according to the Bible story, Jesus had a price on his head when he entered Jerusalem. And during this past week, he experienced many heartaches. So can you imagine, being with 12 people for 3 years, traveling and teaching and learning and growing together, being very close. And that ended this week. His dear, dear friend Judas, his trusted friendship with Judas would end. His dear, dear friend Peter would deny him 3 times. Basically, all the disciples would scatter. And the very people that cheered him into the city at the beginning of the week were the ones that turned against him at the end. Can you imagine? So it seems that when we're in the process of ending something and beginning something, that it can be a time of turmoil and chaos as we integrate, as we try to assimilate what is no longer and prepare ourselves for what is to be. And it can feel very scary and chaotic and uprooting, can it? But in the midst of the chaos and the uncertainty is the potential for great growth and expansion. I don't know about you, but when I look outside of this room, and again, sometimes I talk about Facebook or the news or whatever, social media, and we look at life and what's going on, it can feel darn scary, can't it? And chaotic right now. All the focus that's on division and all the hurt and attacks on each other, the separateness that looks like it's true. The outer world is very compelling as it can draw us into believing that we're separate from each other and that hate is a reality. It can look that way. But of course we know it's completely false because the words of this song, there's only love. And we teach that in Unity, that beyond whatever external circumstance, that love, divine love is, and it's what we are at our core. And we sometimes refer to what we see in the external world as that little r reality, that looks very separate and chaotic and confusing. But there's a big R reality that is the truth underneath what's happening. That's love, that's joy, that's strength, that's wisdom, that's peace. What if we could navigate this world centered? What if we could be in this divisive energy and be in a place of trust and surrender? What would that be like? So, and I think sometimes we do really well on the journey of remembering what's true, remembering what we truly are, because, it is something that we teach week after week here at Unity. That we are all divine beings regardless of how we're showing up. And that because we are divine beings, we can express divinity in the form of love and compassion and joy and peace and wisdom in spite of the outer chaos. everything that happens to us, this is just what I believe. I believe that everything that happens to us is a pathway home to ourselves. Home meaning an awareness of the truth of all that we are. And that's one thing I love about Easter. Easter, the meaning of Easter has greatly shifted for me since my Baptist tradition. As you can imagine, it's really where we diverge. It's that, we don't believe that we need to be saved here in unity. But we believe that Easter is an opportunity for us to rise in our glory of knowing the truth of what we are. And that every day can be Easter. And so I think Jesus' story is one of modeling what we can be and how we can let go. Because I think he was really on a journey home this week. He modeled, what we can be and how we can navigate the journey. And that, truly life's experiences are ultimately for us to know more deeply, to rise more fully into a claiming of our divinity, of being home within ourselves so that we can truly stay centered and peaceful, choosing moment to moment on our life journey. And I think we're all on a journey to come home to a place we never truly left, to a new beginning of embracing the truth of what we are and to live it more deeply. And I think, I don't know about you, but one of my biggest roadblocks to knowing and claiming my divinity is just resisting what is. Because by golly, it's just supposed to be different. And I should be different, and I know the truth. But I think it's our resistance, my resistance to impermanence. Because life changes and shifts and flows all the time. And I think that what that shift and that change can evoke in us are our fears. That maybe we're not enough, maybe we're not capable, maybe we're not smart enough or prosperous enough, or whatever conversation we might make up about ourselves or about our limitations. But here we are on Good Friday, and we're going to take that on tonight. The metaphysical interpretation of the crucifixion. The crucifixion is all about the ultimately crossing out of all that separates us from knowing and claiming and expressing our divinity. So our fears, our limiting beliefs about ourselves, about the world, about how things are supposed to be, our resistance to impermanence, whatever it is within us, this is our opportunity, and we can do it all the time, but Good Friday is that opportunity for us to literally kind of die to the limiting thoughts and feelings and beliefs that we've been holding. The Apostle Paul said, I die daily. Meaning I just die daily to all that is not true about myself and about who I can be. So tonight's our opportunity to let go of who we have thought we were and could not be, do, or become. Tonight's our opportunity to open to a new beginning, to what we can be, what we are, what we truly are. It's our time to dissolve away that which is not the truth of us, which has us believe we are less than whole, less than magnificent, less than capable, loving, courageous, strong, forgiving, whatever it is, whatever limiting belief you are holding. I just invite you tonight to consider what it would be like to let that go. And so what we're going to do tonight is we're going to do a meditative releasing ritual using water. And so I'm going to ask, did everyone receive, when you walked in, did you receive a pen and a little piece of paper? It's dissolving paper. If you did not receive that, if you would just raise your hand, and Sharon will give that to you. So I want to give just a little context to this ritual. In the story of the week that led to Jesus' crucifixion, Jesus washed the feet of his disciples the night he shared his last Passover meal with them. And by the way, happy Passover. Tonight is the first night of Passover. Walking in sandals on the dusty roads of Israel in the first century made it imperative that feet be washed before a communal meal, especially since people reclined at a low table and feet were visible and close. Only the lowliest servants washed people's feet. This is significant to us tonight as we go, as it takes great humility and humbleness to let go of being right, to let go of being in control and to surrender to the love and the compassion of your heart. Tonight we are letting go of what gets in our way to be love and express love to ourselves and others. Really, we're letting go of all that hinders us from expressing our divine nature. So I'm going to ask you now to just prepare for meditation, and Jim's going to play some really lovely music. And so this is going to be a time to turn our attention inward. So just take a deep breath if you would. And we're going to turn our attention inward to access our availability and willingness to let go and step into a deeper awareness and claiming of all that we are. So just take a deep breath and breathe into your heart and feel your heart open. And if any busy thoughts want to distract you or any concerns about what you might be letting go, just breathe. Just gently shift your attention to the breath and just breathe. So what is happening in your life right now that you might be resisting, that might feel hard, unexpected, disappointing, or undesirable? In this moment, can you open your heart and your mind to a gentle acceptance of what that is? And if you can't, it's okay. Just simply acknowledge what is. Can you be willing to let go and embrace your courage and surrender to what has happened or is happening in order to create room for a greater expression of life that will replace the resistance or grief or anger that you've been feeling or are currently feeling, maybe holding on to for years? What belief would you need to let go of in order to let this go? Maybe I can't trust, I did it wrong, it was my fault. I'm not safe, I'm not worthy, I'm not enough. There isn't enough time or money or energy. This diagnosis has more power than me. I'm lonely, I'm afraid. The world is just too crazy. Whatever it is, in this moment, as you breathe into your heart, can you access a willingness to shift this belief to what is really true? Can you begin to embrace your courage and that somehow and in some way this is leading you to know all that you truly are, home to yourself, the home you've never left? Because, dear ones, what is really true about you that you have always been is that you're whole and safe and loved and lovable, worthy, deserving, valuable, capable, wise, strong, way more than enough. And as we let go and shift our perspective of the experiences of our lives that have hurt and wounded us, that have reinforced an idea that we are less than or not deserving or not whole, we embrace a greater possibility. We allow more of the infinite life essence we are to flow and express. And the constriction of holding on to hurt and anger is eased. It is opened as we let go. So life can truly flow. As we are able to stand in our courage and forgive, to let go of our hurt and our resistance to what is, we're able to stand in the midst of whatever it is and hold our center more readily and fully. We rise. We come home to ourselves like the prodigal son. We know what we can be and do and express more fully. This is our great demonstration that we honor and will celebrate on Easter morning. So right now, I invite you to write down on your dissolving paper what it is that you are willing and committed to release tonight. Again, what limiting false belief are you releasing that has closed your heart? What have you been possibly holding on to for years that you are ready to let go of? What are you ready now to release to open the way for your healing and for the wholeness you are to fully express? Just take a few moments to write this down when you're ready. And so how this will flow, I'll just explain it to you, and then we'll just move into the ritual. How it will look is that when you're ready, just come up to the table, and Edie and I are going to be behind the table, and just go to either Edie or me with open hands that are holding your dissolving paper. And as you come up and as you stand in front of the large bowl, if you would like to say what you are releasing aloud, feel free to speak it to me or Edie, or the essence of it. You don't have to. And we will see you, hear you, and hold sacred space with you. And after declaring your release, there's going to be a slide. Jim, if you would shift it to the next slide. If, after declaring your release, say these words that will be on the PowerPoint slide. I release and let go of what no longer serves me. I am open to claiming and expressing all that I am. And then as you speak those words, you release your paper from your hands as Edie and I wash your hands with water. And what you have written will be dissolved by the water, just like what you are releasing. And Edie and I will then dry your hands and speak a very brief affirmation to affirm your courage and strength. And we will then hand you a little paper towel to take back to your seat to complete the hand drying process. And when you return to your seat, thank you for staying in a silent, contemplative place and holding space for others in the room who are still releasing. And after everyone is complete, there will be a next step of the releasing process to hold until Easter Sunday, and I'll explain that after. But for now, Edie and I will demonstrate how this will look. So whenever you're ready. So now Sharon is going to pass out a little green card. Oh, good. And so Sharon, would you pass out? You're going to receive a little green card. And so in this space, what's happened as you have released is you've opened up a space that gets to be filled. That gets to be filled with what is true. So I'm going to invite you to craft an affirmative prayer, a statement that speaks to the space you've created now that you've released. So an example might be, I have released the past and limiting thoughts about myself. I am enough. Or, I no longer hold myself as less than. I say yes to being all that I am. I am strong and courageous. So as Jim just continues to play some beautiful music, I'm just going to give you a couple of moments to just write something on that green card that will, when you read it, it will reflect what you have released, and it will support you to come here on Easter Sunday in a deeper knowing, a rise in your beautiful consciousness that says, yes, I am enough, I am whole, I am, and you fill in the blank. So just take a few moments. And just notice if there's anything else to release as you're affirming, I am. Just be gentle with yourself. Thank you for sharing. I am. I am. And remember, this statement is a statement affirming your true nature. Regardless of whether maybe we've claimed it all or not, this is an opportunity to declare it and live into that intention. So before you tuck it away, I'm just going to ask you to just silently or you can speak it aloud, just right now in this moment together. I just invite you to declare your intention. 1, 2, 3. And so it is. So I invite you to put that little green card in a very conspicuous place, especially between now and Easter morning. And every chance you get, read it and affirm it. And if you need to remember your releasing statement, feel free to say that as well, because this statement is the truth of you. Bless you.
This is our offering time, and so I invite you to take your offering in your hands and just put the full measure of your love, of your joy, of your gratitude, of your intention into this offering. The energy that you put into this offering is going out into the world through Unity of Gaithersburg. And so together, let's bless our offerings. Divine love, I am, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am so grateful.
We are still the children that we've always been. The bad dreams are gone now, and with them went our sin. We are not these bodies born to stand alone. The journey is over, 'cause we're already home. Eyes that don't deceive me, ears that hear the truth, a heart that says, believe me. All I want is you. In this holy instant, the peace of God is shown. The journey is over, 'cause we're already home, and we can sing with our hearts filled with love for everyone. Sing with the joy from inside. No one's ever guilty. No one lives in shame. The past has been forgiven, so there's no one to blame. Without the restless searching, we have no need to roam. The journey is over, 'cause we're already home. can sing with our hearts filled with love for everyone. Sing with the joy from inside. I know that you're my brother. Come and take my hand. See myself within you. Now I understand. Innocence before me, like I've never known. The journey is over, 'cause we're already home. Oh, journey is over, 'cause we're already home. Ooh, ooh, already home.
So, as we close this evening, I just invite you to, as you leave here tonight, to spend time over the next 36 hours in some stillness and reflection with your prayer. And allow your prayer to affirm, uplift, and inspire you. And allow it to remind you that you are already home. And so I'd like to officially close with a poem by Rumi. For years, copying other people, I tried to know myself. From within myself, I couldn't decide what to do. Unable to see, I heard my name being called. Then I walked outside. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. Don't go back to sleep. You must ask for what you really want. Don't go back to sleep. People are going back and forth across the doorsill where the two worlds touch. The door is round and open. Don't go back to sleep. Bless you, and I will see you in all your magnificence on Sunday morning. Have a wonderful evening.